Hi guys, Gaming Bear here. Right, we're looking at the next cards, and well, 1148 cards. We're coming towards the end now, so let's see. Just on the side wide Naga. Let's have a look. That's being boosted up. Reach with the. Let's recap on these two before we move on. So, 2 colourless, 1 green for a 3/2. Naga Warrior. As long as you control a desert and all this desert graveyard, it gets +1/+0 and has trample. Then the Silk Weaver Elite, which has got reach, so it means it can stop creatures with flying. 2/2 for 2 colourless and 1 green. Neat. And Revolt. It means if a opponent you controlled left the board this turn, you draw a card. So that's a useful mechanic. Then we come to Siren Lookout. 2 colourless, 1 blue for a 1/2 creature flying. When it enters the battlefield, it explores, so you can check your deck. Then we come to, and it's a Siren Pirate, so that's something that could work with a pirate deck, very interesting. Then Siren's Ruse, which is 1 colourless, 1 blue. Instant, exile target creature you control. Then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. If a pirate was exiled this way, draw a card. So this works really well. So imagine playing that on the lookout. Someone's targeting it with a spell. You then cast Siren's Ruse. Flip this out of play. It doesn't get damaged by the fireball or whatever, lightning bolt, whatever's coming in. Shock, and then bounce it out the way with the Siren's Ruse. Draw a card. And it comes back in. So very, very neat mechanic, and also drawing a card. So it would work well in a pirate deck. We've got Sky Skiff, which is an artifact vehicle, 2 mana, nice, 2/3, flying with a crew of 1, which means it sort of lasts for 1 turn. Then we've got Skyblade of the Legion, 1 white, 1 colourless, 1/3. Flying Vampire Soldier for 2 mana. Very, very neat. Flying, tough, useful creature. Vampire Soldier classes, very nice. We then get Slash of Talons, 1 white. It's an instant, deals 2 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. So it's nice to actually have that little bit of damage. They're bringing it in. So it used to be that set colour, the damage dealing instant used to be sort of the premises of red. Now white's got it, so yeah, very, very interesting, these changes. Then Sleep Paralysis, 3 colourless, 1 blue. Enchant. Let's have a look. When Sleep Paralysis enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. The enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Basically, you use this to lock down any creatures you don't want untapped, which is usually your opponent's creatures. You can use it on your own, but hey, it's totally up to you. Then Slithering Blade, 1 mana for a 1/2 creature, which can't be blocked. 1 mana for a 1/2, and it can't be blocked. This is really, really strong. Very, very strong. Naga Rogue, incredibly good value, overpowered. Wow, I've never seen anything. This is one of the most overpowered cards I've seen for a long time. Let's have a look. Solitary Camel, 2 colourless, 1 white. Camel, 3/2, nice. Has lifelink. As long as you control a desert or there's a desert card in your graveyard. Neat. Then we come to Soul Stinger. 3 colourless, 1 black for a 4/5 creature. Scorpion Demon. Whoa, Okay, when it enters the battlefield, put 2 -1 counters on target creatures you control. Interesting. When it dies, you may put a -1 counter on target creature for each -1 counter on Soul Stinger. So, if you can put the -1 counters on other creatures you control, or you can put those -1s on itself, and when it dies, you can then apportion them to enemy creatures, or anywhere else you want. So it's totally up to you. It gives you a lot of flexibility. We then come to Sparring Mummy. 3 colourless, 1 white, 3/3 creature, which is nice. And when it comes in, it enters the battlefield and you untap target creature. So, like we were looking at in the last episode, where you exert creatures and they don't untap. But if you combine it with the likes of the Sparring Mummy, you exert one turn, Sparring Mummy the next, you untap the creature which was exerted, and then you can attack and exert with it again. Very, very nice combination. Plus this is a 3/3 for 4 mana. Nice combination. So yeah, lots and lots of options. So let's see what we've got. Spell Pierce, 1 blue, counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays two more. So if someone hasn't got the mana, basically 1 mana instant casting counter spell. Very, very strong in the right situation. Spellweaver Eternal, 2 mana, 1 colourless, 1 blue for a 2/1. Prowess and Afflict. Very, very neat mechanics. So very cool, and I'll put in the descriptions what those are, and if anyone else beats me to it, well, see what we can do with that. Spidery Grasp, 2 colourless, 1 green. Untap target creature. It gets +2/+4 and gains reach until the end of the turn. Very nice. So if they think they're flying in with no blockers, cast this, 3 mana. Your blocker untaps, gains 2/+2/+4, can block flying creatures. Boom, you could nail them. Very, very useful. Spike-tailed Ceratops, 4 colourless, 1 green for a 4/4. Okay. Spike-tailed Ceratops can block an additional creature each combat, so it's a good blocker. And if there's a weenies coming in, basically this can start dealing with more than 1 creature at a time. Very, very neat. Then we got Spireside Infiltrator, 2 colourless, 1 red for a 3/2, so it's not a bad cost. It's a human rogue, and when it becomes tapped, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Good in a multiplayer deck, and not bad at all in a single player deck either. So yeah, every time it gets tapped, it deals damage. So if you've got something so you can tap it yourself, but if you can cause it to tap and untap, you can do multiple damage and set up a combo with this. So it's a very, very interesting card. Lots and lots of options. So, because the thing is, you can attack with it, which taps it. As soon as it taps to attack, it deals damage to your opponents automatically. It doesn't target them, it just automatically does it. They don't need targeting, so that's neat. Splendid Agony, right, 2 colourless, 1 black. Distribute 2 -1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures. So you can so it's not damage, it means they get smaller, but they have to be able to be targeted. So target creatures that are immune to black or that can't be targeted won't get the -1 counters. But creatures which are invulnerable, which get taken down below 0, will still die. So that's something to bear in mind when you play it, and then other factors have to resolve. We then get Spontaneous Artist, 3 colourless, 1 red, 3/3 creature, not bad. Human Rogue, when comes into the battlefield, you get 1 energy. Pay an energy, target creature gains haste until the end of turn. So you can come in, cast this, and it can attack, or you can use that energy, play this and a different card, and get the second card coming in, or cast another card, then cast this, which will then make the first one able to charge in, depending on how much mana and the situation, which is best for you. So yeah, very, very neat. Spreading Rot, 4 colourless, 1 black. Sorcery, destroy target land, its controller loses 2 life. Very neat, multi-purpose spell, disrupting mana, and also causing your enemy to lose life. Very useful. Our Stalking Tiger is back, nice. Okay, so Creature Cat, 3 colourless, 1 green for a 3/3. It can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. So against a weenie deck, basically only 1 creature is going to be able to attack to block it. It's a nifty, if I remember rightly. This is in Visions or Mirage. I think it was Mirage. I'm trying to remember the symbol on it. I'm sure it was Mirage when I first saw it. Yeah, very nice little card. Stampeding Rhino, 4 and 1 green. So trample, 4/4. Anything with trample, very, very strong. Very nice card. Standing Troops. 2 colourless, 1 white for a 1/4 with vigilance. Basically a very good defender. Low casting cost. Basically it's going to stand there. It can even attack. It doesn't tap to attack. Gives you lots of options. Then Steadfast Sentinel. 3 colourless, 1 white. Vigilance and Eternalize. And I'm going to have to look that up because I don't know what Eternalize is. But that sounds pretty permanent to me. And you get a 2/3, so I will have to... Vigilance, yes, it doesn't tap to attack. Eternalize, I will put in the description what that means. So, yeah, we will have a look. Then Stealer of Secrets, which is 2 casting cost and blue, so 3 in total. It's a human rogue. Whenever Stealer of Secrets deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. More back to dealing damage and drawing cards. That's the way of blue. That's how it goes. So, then Stinging Shot. 1 green. Put 3 -1 counters on target creature with flying. Or you can cycle it. So you can have it in your sideboard, pull it out if you get come against blue decks with flying, or any decks with flying actually. So very useful. Or else you can cycle it to draw another card if it's not necessary when you use it. So yeah, very versatile spell. Stormfleet Pyromancer. 4 colourless, 1 red, 3/2. Okay, seems a bit expensive. What else do you get? You get Raid when Stormfleet. So Raid, it enters the battlefield. If you attack with a creature, it deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Neat situation. So that's a useful addition, and it's a human pirate. So you get a human pirate wizard actually. Very, very useful. Storm Sculptor. 3 colourless, 1 blue for a 3/2. Okay, so it's a merfolk wizard. What else do you get? So it can't be blocked, and when it enters the battlefield, return a creature you control to its owner's hand. So it can't be blocked, and you get a bounce effect for other creatures, which can then start using other mechanics. So this is a very useful spell, bouncing creatures that can then be replayed and have other effects coming in at the same time. And with a merfolk wizard that just can't be blocked. Very, very useful. Let's have a look. Strategic Planning. 1 colourless, 1 blue. Sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put them into your hand. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. So it helps you go through, look at 3 cards, decide what you want. And if you're using a graveyard recursion deck, then you just put the cards you want down in your graveyard to manipulate and to use as an additional resource. So you're gaining 2 cards, gaining 1. Play this card, and you gain card advantage, and your strategy moves on. So very, very interesting. Now, Striped Riverwinder. 6 colourless, 1 blue. Very expensive, but you can cycle it, so you can draw a card. But this has got hexproof. It means it can't be targeted. So you get this out, and against other blue decks, you just can't. You can get this out and then just attack with it. Very, very nice, and no one can bounce it. It's really nice as a finisher for because it can't be targeted by red spells to do damage. Blue spells, black can try and remove it in other ways, but for targeting it, it's that nothing is going to happen. It's very, very nice to have hexproof. Subtle Strike. 1 black, 1 colourless. Instant. You've got two options. So you can either do one or both. Target creature gets -1/-1 until the end of the turn, or put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Now you can do either one or both. So very useful for just 2 mana as an instant. Really, really nice. Sun Crowned Hunters. 4 colourless, 2 red. Expensive. Dinosaurs Enrage. Whenever it deals damage, when it is dealt damage, it deals 3 damage to target opponent. So you can deal damage to it, and it just automatically keeps doing damage to your opponent. Very, very. So you can attack with it. It gets blocked. It doesn't get through, but you're still doing that damage. Really, really nice. It's expensive, but it's a nice option. Then Sunrise Seeker. 4 colourless, 1 white, 3/3 vigilance, so it doesn't tap to attack. And when it enter the battlefield, it explores, which is a useful feature to look at your deck. Sunscorcher Desert. When it comes in, it enters the battlefield, deals 1 damage to target player. Boom. I play this, I do you 1 damage. Very, very neat. And then you can tap it to add mana, 1 mana. So very, very nice. Just plain mana, no colour, just plain, but you do that damage when it comes in. We then come to Supernatural Stamina, 1 black. Instant until the end of the turn, creature gets +2/+0 and gains, when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. So you do more damage, and if it's going to die anyway, it comes back just as an instant. So very, very neat. Yeah, very, very nice. So then we have Supply Cavern, 4 colourless, 1 white, camel, 3/5, tough, not a lot of damage. What else can it do? When it comes to the battlefield, if you control a tapped creature, create a white token creature with vigilance. So you could bounce this and keep controlling, keep creating tokens. So this is an interesting card mechanic. It's a little bit slow, but it's got a lot of potential for having a sort of white weenie, spreading out, rebuilding it, coming out, and actually helping to disrupt black decks, which sort of targets and makes you just get rid of one creature. Very, very, very neat. Very works. I can see that it would work well in a white weenie deck. Not quite so weenie, but yeah, it would work. So let's have a look. Sure Strike. Oh, something's gone wrong with my system. Sure Strike. Let's have a look. One colourless, 1 red. Instant. Target creature gets +3/+0 and first strike till the end of the turn. Boom, you're going in, attacking. You do more damage and first strike, so their damage won't even get back through to your creature. You can save your creatures, do even more damage. Very, very nice. Then Survivor's Encampment. Another desert. Tap, add one mana. Then tap an untapped creature you control, add 1 mana of any colour. So you can use creatures to enhance your mana base and neutralize things to allow you just to get the color you need. So if you're playing white, you need a bit of black, boom, or whatever color you need, you can do it with tapping a creature and tapping this to boost, to give you that additional bit of mana that you just need. Very, very useful of the color. You're not changing you're going for using this land to create the colour of mana that you need as opposed to additional mana, really. Then got Swashbuckling, so let's have a look. 1 colourless, 1 red. Enchant creature gets +2/+2 and has haste. Nice, very, very nice. Boom, play this, it's bigger and it can attack straight away. Very, very nice. Then Steelworks Brawler. 3 and 1 red, so Human Artificer, Menace and Improvise for a 3/3. Very, very interesting, and I'll put the full descriptions of Improvise and Menace down below so you can check that out, because I don't know Improvise yet. So yeah, very, very interesting. I will have those details for you, so I'm just getting back to it after a long time, and it's all fresh again. It's just like, oh my goodness, I know. So yeah. You can see 234 cards up there, but I'm running a couple of thousand, 3,000 or 4,000 or something, from playing back in the day. So yeah, older cards. So I wanted to get some new ones in and see just what I could do with things. So Tarkrop Elite, 3 colourless, 1. Let's see, creature, bird, warrior, flying. You may exert it to as it attacks. When you do, creatures you control get +1/+1 till the end of the turn. That's really, really nice with 3 colours and 1 white. Very, very nice. 2/2 flying, but creatures, it doesn't say other creatures, so it boosts itself as well, which is very useful. And it's flying, so that's always good. Then we've got the Tarkrop Skirmisher. 1 colourless, 1 blue for a 2/1, which is nice. Embalm, I don't know what that does. I will find out for you, and it's a Naga Warrior. Then we've got Takedown. 1 green. Sorcery, deals you've got options one of deals 4 damage to target creature with flying. Okay, that's a nice big amount of damage. Or it deals 1 damage to each creature with flying. So it gives you the option. If it's a weenies, just going over the top, you can do a damage to each of them, or else 4 points of damage to one single large creature. Very nice. Then take into custody. 1 blue, instant, tap target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap. So it's like, okay, you thought you were going to attack. Boom, I stop you attacking. I'll stop you doing what you're doing, and then next turn it won't untap either. So you basically lock a creature out for 2 turns. Really, really useful. Very annoying, but really, really useful. So yeah, let's have a look. A tassel dromedary. Yeah, one. Wow, that's tough. Wow, 1 mana and a 0/4. Very, very nice. Yeah, 1 planes for a 0/4. Very tough. Yeah, very, very nice. So it's a camel type. Then we've got Territorial Hammerskull. 2 colourless and 1 white. Creature dinosaur for a 2/3. Okay. When it attacks, tap target creature and opponent control. So helping you to lock down their defenders. Bigger creatures. Boom. You're locked down. I'm going to attack through. Very nice and white weenie. Then we've got another gremlin, so Terror of the Fairgrounds, and 5/2. Whoa, that's huge. For 4 mana, no other negative factors. Very nice on the attack. Very, very strong. Then we've got Tezzeret's Ambition, 3 colourless, 2 blue. Draw 3 cards. If you control no artifacts, discard a card. Now, it depends whether you want to discard cards, because this could work to your strategy. Otherwise, if you're using a blue deck and you've got artifacts, then all you do is draw 3 cards. Very useful, and you don't have to discard. So, totally up to you. It depends how your strategy's going. Then we've got Thorned Moloch, 2 colourless, 1 red for a 2/2. Alright. Prowess. It has a first strike as long as it's attacking. Oh, that is strong. Incredibly tough. Yeah. So if that's what prowess is, so first strike as long as it attacks. Neat. Those who serve. So you've got creature zombies, 2 colours, 1 white for a 2/4 creature zombie. Yep, nice defensive card. Quite strong and relatively good, well priced. So Thrash of Raptors, 3 colourless, 1 red for a 3/3. Okay, creature dinosaur. As long as you control another dinosaur, the raptors get +2/+0 and has trample. So that's really nice. So that plays really well. This will work really nicely in a dinosaur deck. Very nice. Then Thresher Lizard, 2 colourless, 1 red for a 3/2. Strong. The lizard gets +1/+2 as long as you have 1 or fewer cards in hand. So getting rid of your cards, it bumps up these creatures. So just play what you've got, and it's fast attack, fast damage, straight in. Nice, quite a strong card. Then Thriving Grubs. Gremlins, okay, 1 colourless, 1 red for a 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. Whenever Thriving Grub attacks, you may put a pay 2, and if you do, put a 1/1 counter on it. So it'll effectively, when you attack, you can bump it up to being a 3/2 for 2 mana. Very, very nice. And the cute little gremlins. Okay, the Thriving Ibex, 3 colourless and 1 white for a 2/4 goat creature. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. Whenever it attacks, you can pay 2, put a 1/1 counter on it. So that's similar. So it will turn into a 3/5 goat. Yep, neat. That'll work. Then Thriving Rats, a 1 colourless, 1 black for a 1/2. Okay. Enter the battlefield, you get 2 energy, and if it attacks, you get the option to put a 1/1 counter on it. So you may, but if, like in certain circumstances, you're prevented from attacking with things that are stronger than 2, then you can actually try and maintain the strength of it even lower. So if it suits your strategy, sometimes you don't want to boost creatures. It's totally up to you. Then we've got Thriving Rhino, 2 colourless, 1 green. It's a 2/3, similar with the energy. So we're looking, it gets +1/+1 that you can shift around to make it a 3/4 for 3 mana. Very nice. Thriving Turtle, 1 blue, and similar energy, +1/+1, and it's a 0/3, so it'll make it a 1/4 for 1 mana. Very, very nice blocker. Very tough, very easy to get out. 1 drop, boom, you've got your blocker for the next couple of turns. Very, very nice. Thundering Giant. I need to drink, my throat's going. Give me a second. Okay, coffee done. Let's see. Right. Thundering Giant. Haste. Yeah, 5 mana. Haste. 4/3. Very nice. Thriving Turtle we've looked at. Really, really good. Oh, yeah. Get rid of that. Headphones. And let's have a look at the next one. So, tidy conclusion. Instant. 3 colourless, 2 black. Destroy target creature. You gain 1 life for each artifact you control. Interesting one. A little bit more life gaining and destruction. 2 things in one. Very useful. And it's an instant, which is very unusual for black. Very nice. Then we've got Tilonial's Knight. Let's see. Human Knight. 1 red, 1 colourless, 2/2. Always good. If you control a dinosaur, the Knight gets +1/+1 till the end of the turn, whenever it attacks. So that's very useful. Very, very nice. So working in your dinosaur deck. Let me just reorganise my microphone. Okay, and then let's have a look. So, Tishana's Wayfinder, 2 colourless, 1 green, 2/2. Merfolk Scout. When the Wayfinder enters the battlefield, it explores. So that's very useful for checking through your deck. Let's have a look. Then Torch Gauntlet, 2 mana artifact equipment, +2/+0 can be equipped. Boost your creatures. Very, very neat. We then come to Torment of Venom, 2 colourless, 2 black, instant. Put 3 -1 counters on target creature. Its controller loses 3 life unless he or she sacrifices another non-land permanent or discards it. So you can put the counters on, but there's a way they can get rid of the life if they sacrifice other permanents. Very, very nifty. Good instant. Nice, interesting play, helping to control things. Then get Tormenting Voice. 1 red, 1 colourless. As an additional cost, cast Tormenting Voice, discard a card, and you draw 2 cards. It's so unusual to have red with card drawing. Very, very neat. Very interesting. Really interesting. Then we get Tragic Lesson. 1 blue, 2 colourless. Draw 2 cards. Then discard a card unless you return a land you control to your own hands. To your hands. So, well, if you've somehow borrowed someone's land, you can actually return that to their hand for the cost, or else you can do it yourself. If you've played it, play this card, draw 2 cards, and you can return a land card to your own hand that you've used to tap this, and then replay it, and you've got more mana. So this could actually work in your favour. It's a nice card. I like the look of this. Tragic Lesson, very, very nice. Then Traveller's Amulet, 1 casting cost, 1 to sacrifice. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Very, very neat for improving your draws and searching for the basic land that you need. Really neat. Trespasser's Curse, 1 black, 1 colourless. Enchantment. Oh yes, yes. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under enchanted player, so you can use it on yourself or your opponent. Cast on your opponent every time they play a creature. You gain a life, they lose a life. I got this in a sealed deck yesterday, and it's so strong. It really is. So yeah, I was playing this and it was helping. And I put the game up yesterday, I think it was. So yes, very, very strong enchantment. Really, really interesting. Then Tricks of the Trade. 1 blue, 1 and 3 colourless. Enchantment. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and can't be blocked. Oh yes, you put this on, boom, you're getting through. Whatever it is not going to be blocked. They have to destroy it. Very, very nice. Unbridled Growth. 1 green, enchant land, add 1 mana of any colour to your mana pool. So, sacrifice it, draw a card. So it means that if you need additional mana, you can play this, enchant a land, but you get essentially get the option of tapping it for its original mana, or you put this on and then you can tap it for whatever mana you need. So you don't get double the amount of mana, but it means you get the colour that you need. So it's useful. Unburden, 2 black, 1 colourless. Sorcery, target player discards 2 cards and cycling. 1 card to make someone lose 2. The card advantage is really nice, or else you can cycle it and just swap it for an additional card. And it's just random cards, though they discard 2 cards, so it's their choice. But if they're running out of cards, then, you know, they haven't got a lot to choose from. So, yeah, very, I like how strong that is. We then come to Unfriendly Fire. So 4 colourless, 1 red. Instant, deals 4 damage to target creature or player. Ouch. 5 mana is worth it. Boom. Instant, in your face, on your creature, wherever you need it. Burn, burn, baby, burn. Very, very strong. Universal Solvent, 1 colourless. Artifact comes in. Sacrifice it and destroy target permanent. Destroy target permanent. Anything. Anything you can target, you can destroy with this. So if you 7 mana, it's worth it. It's making me think of the Weatherlight set, where I think you had to do 1 colour, 1 of each colour. Tap Ursa's artifact or something. I'm trying to remember. It's been ages and ages. I've got 1 in my collection, so I'll try and. But yes, use this in a similar way. 7 mana, boom, destroy whatever you want. This goes to the graveyard. But if you can get it bouncing back, you can keep destroying their permanents from underneath them. Incredibly good, I can imagine, in a control strategy. Really, really useful. Then we come to Unknown Shores. Tap to add 1 colourless mana, or else you can add 1 mana of any colour to your mana pool. Very nifty. Help to equal out your mana. Very, very nice. Well, you've got to put 1 into it, so you can't actually tap itself. But I suppose if you had 2 of these, put 1 out, tap it for generic, and then tap the other one for whatever colour you want, or get 2 mana from somewhere else, pump it through these 2 to give you the specific colour you need from 2 lands. It works either way. Then Unquenchable Thirst, 1 colourless, 1 blue. Enchantment, and when Unquenchable Thirst enters the battlefield, if you control a desert or 3... or there is a desert card in your graveyard, tap Enchanted Creature. Enchanted Creature doesn't untap during its controller's untapped step. Basically, you can put this on, lock down enemies' creatures, and just make them so thirsty they can't do anything. Really neat, and just 2 mana. Very strong for locking down your opponents. Unsummon, it's back, different version. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Boom, instant. So many uses, such a strong card, and nice to have it back. Untamed Hunger, 1 black, 2 colourless. Enchantment, creature gets +2/+1 and has menace. Very, very nice. Yeah, strong card, very useful. Now back to white. We are looking Unwavering Initiate, 2 colourless, 1 white. Vigilance, Embalm for 5, and it's a 3/2 creature, so it's strong either way, and with Vigilance, good defender, and it's got Embalm as well for 4 colourless and 1 white. Very nice. Vampire's Seal. Now I'm looking at the time and I've got a message I need to answer, so I will finish this off and we'll carry on with this, and we're very close to the end. So yes, Vampire, and we'll finish that off in the next episode, no matter how long it takes. So Vampire's Zeal, 1 colourless, instant, target creature gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn, and if it's a vampire, it gains first strike until the end of the turn. Now, this could work well in a vampire deck. Say if you do a black-white vampire deck, this would work incredibly well and boost to give that first strike. So can you imagine a Sengia vampire boosted by +2/+2? Someone thinks they've got away with it. They think they're going to kill the Sengia. Wallop. It's got first strike and it's bigger. They kill their first creature and suddenly you've got a 5/5 flyer vampire instead of a 4/4. And the Sengia vampire is suddenly even more of a threat to deal with. Incredibly strong. So yes, this is going to be a mainstay in a vampire deck that I'm just thinking of in the back of my head at the moment. So yeah, a couple of Sengias, couple of some very neat little vampires, and boom, lots black-white vampire deck. in your face. Oh yes, completely. So I think that's a good point to leave it, as I'm going through my mind with all the cards and thinking about my decks that I've got, that I'm going to have to dig out with all of these real cards, all the black bordered cards from back in the day. My black bordered Sengirs. I think I'm going to have to get these cards for real, not just online. And when I get some decks together, I'm heading down Friday Night Magic, and I'm going to be back. So yeah, vampire deck for the win, or for the lols, however it goes. So see you on the next one. I'm the Gaming Bear, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye.